Jack and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the JackJill Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Jack Butella.
And I am Jill DeWitt, broadcasting back now in sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about, does this property make me look fat?
This is going to be good. I have a lot to say about this.
Oh, it's so nice to be back from Arizona.
Yeah. How many emails did you get?
Oh, my goodness. So we semi-intentionally missed recording a few shows last week. I wanted to see what happened.
With intent. You know, that's one of the things we tell the kids when they're going to get in trouble or not. It's did they screw up on accident or did they screw up? Was there intent there?
Right.
And so ours was kind of not really accidental. It was an intent. We were busy, man.
I'm happy to say I guess we were missed.
That was kind of cool. It was a good little test.
I got all kinds of emails like, are you guys going off the air? What the heck happened?
Could you imagine?
What's wrong with your podcast?
What? That's not the way to do it, too. But I'm sure people do that. You know, it's funny because I go look at new podcast shows, or I think they're new podcast shows, right? And I find some and I go looking, I'm like, wow, look at this. And then I look at the dates and I realize, oh, their last one was 6 months ago. I'm like, well,
it's over.
That didn't work. So,
no, the truth is, Jill knows we were in Scottsdale buying and selling houses for our new program called House Academy. And man, did it work.
That was so fun. Super fun.
It's really the topic for a whole episode, but can you give us the highlights here? Like, did you think we would buy and sell a house that fast?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. This is one of those things. Jack, you and I are so different. Jack, which is great, part of why we're so good together. You, when it comes to stuff like this, you're a little bit of a glass half empty, and I'm a glass half full. I'm like, oh, no worries. I know we got this. I know it's priced right. I know who we are. I know how valuable the asset is. We got this. So
I did a bunch of analysis on how 3 specific zip codes perform in a little section of central Scottsdale, Arizona. Send everybody who did not have a mortgage, their mortgage is paid off, a cash offer for a certain amount. I priced it, and we ended up buying 3 houses. Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
And the first one sold.
Yep. It was so much fun.
The other 2 are not sold because we don't want to put them on the market. We just want to, we're building, we've built the buyer list of flippers, renovators, and we're just working it through, and it's working out great so far. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised. I mean, I really am. Maybe it's our experience level, too. I don't know.
Can I just share a tip? I had no idea this was going to work.
Yeah.
You and I don't know whose idea it was. Hey, let's have an open house. Like,
it was
right?
my idea.
Okay. And so here we are getting signs and balloons and cookies and water.
Which is right out of 1957, by the way.
Totally. Well, that also went along with, hey, let's put it in the MLS, because that was everybody. I would like to share a couple tips, if I may.
Absolutely.
One is everyone on the planet wants an off-market deal, but no one knows how to find it outside of the MLS. So true. So when we send out these emails, we're calling and letting people know, hey, by the way, you want an off-market deal. For some reason, I don't know, they didn't take it seriously or something like that. The minute we put in the MLS, now everybody's like all excited. Yeah. I'm like, really? Really? You're the same guy who told me 10 minutes ago you don't want, whatever. Like, okay, fine. So we learned that one, and we found a great company. They'll just, no commissions.
A flat fee MLS.
They just put it in there for us. Yeah, and we did the deal.
The whole thing was like $250 to get it.
Awesome. So that was number one. Great tip number one. And we put in there right away. We were like, we're having an open house. We just decided, hey, let's just do it. You know what? We're going to test this. Everybody's kind of old school. Let's call a spade a spade. So we went old school on this.
Well, my thinking behind the MLS, the open house was, instead of scheduling walkthroughs all over the place, let's just say, hey, the thing's going to be open between, what do we do, 12 and 3. The owners are going to be there between 12 and 3 on Friday. Stop by. Bring whatever you need to do. Bring what you need to bring to make a decision there, and it worked.
It was awesome. Yeah, so we walked away with, I'm so glad that we did that, Jack. And that's one of the things that I'm thinking in every new market that we go into with this. I think it's not crazy for you and I at least to hold one that were there at the beginning.
Just if
and
not for
gather phone numbers and meet people. Because that's what we're doing. What we ended up with is walking away with 20 awesome, solid flippers.
And a full price, all cash offer.
Right. Well, and all the phone numbers and contacts that we need that are like, okay, what else do you have? What else do you have? I missed this one. What else do you have?
Right.
And I'm like, all right, you're on my list. I gotcha. So that was
in fact,
really cool.
when you look at where the offer came from, it did not come from that open house, but what we got from that open house was a collection of buyers that have now put their orders in for exactly what they want. So
we did have offers from the open house. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
but they weren't as high as the one that we went with.
All told, I think 12 offers on the first house.
So they weren't
pretty
as
amazing.
Good as the one. There's always one that slides in there. You know what it is? It's just like land, Jack.
Yeah.
It's just like
real
land.
estate deals.
It's the ones that don't ask any questions. Next thing you know, an offer pops in. There you go. You never talk to the person at all.
Exactly.
It's just like land. Thank you.
So, but it's nice to be back in California.
It is.
And back doing the show.
It is.
Before we get into the actual topic of the show, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the JackJill.com online community. It's free.
We have a topic? This is going to be a long show.
The topic is...
I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. Okay. Matt asks, hi, everyone. I've got a potential buyer who sent me the following. I need your telephone number so I can direct you to my real estate agent who processes through my loan company that we pay you off. What? Oh my gosh.
I know where this is going.
Oh no. I'm looking for a cash buyer. The selling price is $12,000. I'm selling with a title company, so they handle all the funds. Is there anything that I need in advance to ensure that this buyer can follow through? Can I get some sort of proof of loan availability? They're paying title costs, so if they have a proof of loan for $12,000 and closing ends around $13,000, would that mess things up?
Yeah.
Well, it's greatly slow down the transaction as we wait for funding. Does anyone have any experience with this, or should I just say, sorry, I'm looking for a cash buyer?
Oh, he answered his own question.
He did.
You should say, sorry, I'm looking for a cash buyer.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk. I'm not going to talk to your real estate agent.
Here's why. You can't. Lenders will almost always not lend on rural vacant land. It's not an asset that they want to be involved in. And, I mean, unless you have like a private lender, and it's a very different situation.
Like your uncle.
Yeah, like your uncle. Or your Jill. If you have your Jill, who's ready to lay some money up.
Thank you.
That kind of thing.
Oh, thank you.
In vacant land, there's no real estate agents. It's just you, a buyer and a seller, and Microsoft Word.
In a perfect world, there's never even needing a phone number. They go online, they check out. So that's the whole thing too. You know what, Matt? Like what we're setting up, and I know Jack was about to go there. I don't mean to steal your thunder here.
There's no thunder in this question, actually.
But, $12,000 is not too much money for the right buyer to find your property on your website, add it to his checkout cart, and put it on a credit card. And then you wake up in the morning and it's done and paid.
It happens to Jill and I all the time, just like that.
Thank you.
Some people, depending on, this actually leads into our topic. Some people think $1,200 is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Some people, $12,000, $120, $12 million, $120 million, and on and on. Mm-hmm. Some people probably could put $100 million on their credit card if they needed to.
Right.
And if you're reaching the right people with the right piece of real estate, they might do that. It's unlikely, but 120 is no brainer for most people.
Right. This does tie into our topic.
Today's topic: does this property make me look fat? This is the meat of the show. What the heck does that mean, Jill?
Well, this came from a show, now many moons ago. Just kidding. Where we were talking about there's always something out there for somebody. We were talking about, what are you? Are you a house person? Are you a land person? Are you an infill lot person? We just were talking to an employee today. Yeah. She's like, I've got this guy, but they're apartment people. Great. I mean, what is your property type? There's something for everybody. Like, do I look good in stripes? Does this make me look fat? That's where I came from. Does this house make me look fat? Get a bigger doorway. Just kidding. Joke. So this ties into a little bit of Matt's question. And man, I know a lot of our members too, many members, that when they were starting out, they were just like dumbfounded by this. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Someone will pay $12,000 and what? Not even go look at it and like not even have to talk to you? I'm like, yep, you're right. And then 6 months in, they're not even that. They're like, well, you're right. Never mind. I said, thank you. It's true.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, you know.
Sometimes, Jill.
Excuse me.
All the thought is in Jill's head for about several minutes, and then right at the end, the last thing that she's thinking comes out verbally.
All right. So I'm sure our listeners got it. So let me circle back around for you, Jack.
Yep, just for me, please.
Exactly. So my point was the number of members that come to us and they think that this concept is nuts.
Oh, yeah.
They can't even fathom someone would spend more than $10,000, even more than $1,000 on something sight unseen. I mean, just other than what they've seen online and buy it.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Right.
And then later on, like I am a pro at this. I try not to do it, but it always happens. There's always going to be something when you're eating your words. Then later on, they're eating their words a little bit, going, "Oh, never mind.
Right.
Got it." Now, does that make sense?
Yes, completely.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, and really, this is another way of saying you really want to choose a specialization. If you look good in black, and you don't look fat in black, and you like rural infill lots with utilities at the lot line. This is what you want.
What about your dating type? What about blonde or brunette?
Same thing.
Blonde or brunette? Do you want heavily treed or no trees? Don't even go there on that one, Jack.
Where does your mind? What happens? What's up with you? Oh my God.
Let's see. Let's think of some other we should think of some other crazy comparisons that you can go.
Are you a pickup truck kind of person or a sports car kind of person?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or a sedan.
Do you want it paved or a dirt road?
Right. Do you want to be found out there or not?
Right. Access or no access? Mm-hmm. Versus legal access.
Flats or pumps? Which one makes you look fat? Some people need to hear this from a man, so it's going to be me.
Uh-oh. Is this directed at me?
Sometimes. No, it's not at you at all, but it's possible to look fat in pumps.
Yes, if you have cankles.
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just saying if you wear really thin shoes and you're a certain type of person, it's not going to improve anything.
Yeah, if your feet go over the side.
Oh my gosh, Jill.
Just kidding. Why is that bad?
I don't know. You just don't have to paint a picture like that much.
Oh,
you can leave something to the imagination.
Well, this is a podcast. I'm trying to
oh, yeah, you're right.
help everyone envision they can't see.
All kidding aside, the meat of the show really is choose a property type that really makes sense to you and make it work. You're right. Today we were absolutely talking with somebody who has several logical buyers for apartments. And they're not into apartments, so they're not.
They're having trouble with that.
Yeah.
They were having a little bit of trouble wrapping their head around it. Like, where do I even start? Because it's not their thing.
Right.
And you know what? You're right. And if you recognize this is going to be an uphill battle, then you have two choices. One is go to what you do know, which is really what we talked about. Like, well, let's start with what you're good at. What area you know and what you're really good at. Because that's a logical path. But the other side is, it's not like you can't be an apartment expert. If you want to be one, just recognize it's going to be like maybe take you a little bit longer.
Sure.
And just do it.
Or live off what you can on what you know and make that transition or add it in or roll it in or, roll some Levi's into your Wranglers collection.
There should be no Wranglers.
I know. You have a Wranglers thing.
I know.
And like a
you know what?
Thing.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Here I am eating my words. Because I'm a California person, we don't do Wranglers. If I lived in Austin, I might feel differently.
I think they have they have no seam on the inside. So
how do you know that?
Lee jeans and Wranglers for sure are for cowboys because there's no seam on the inside so that you can ride a horse.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's hilarious. I did not. That's very interesting.
That everybody's real busy looking to see how their bottom looks like in the jeans and they bypass these little
That's
details.
To me what's more important. It really is better to look good than to see how they're going to do on a horse.
Well, you've done it again. You spent another 15 minutes listening to the Jack Jill Show. Join us tomorrow where we discuss the definition of real estate investment advice.
Whoa. And we answered your question, should you have one. Post it on JackJill.com, our online community. Please go there. It's free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Real estate, if we're defining real estate investment advice, aren't we defining ourselves?
No, there's some very specific questions that I'm getting. And tomorrow I'll really define them and really answer them. Like, how the heck do I get started? I get that all the time. We haven't talked about those core 15 or so questions that we get. I'll probably just keep it to 3 or 4 or 5. We'll see what happens. But there's some basic things that even people that have done a few deals already, that are kind of missing. And here's why I came up with it, because this is deal number 16,000 plus for us. This is first House Academy program property. And I learned a ton. I know you did too. We've talked about it a lot. So that's part of it.
It's true. Some of it's too, every time you go into a new market, there's a little difference. Different people and the different financial situations, different spendings. There's so much out there.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it. I'm so glad to hear that that's what it's about, because I really thought I was going to have to dig deep and share some soulful moments.
You mean does this make me look fat?
No, Jill, why are you here today?
What the hell does that mean?
It's like, you know what it is? It's like, I don't want to explain myself. It's like when you get in trouble and we have to sit down and talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. I thought we were going to have to talk about our feelings. And I don't want to talk about my feelings.
Sweetheart, I do not want to talk about my feelings. Trust me.
Oh, thank you. Now I will show up tomorrow. Thanks, Jack. Hey, share the fun by subscribing on iTunes or wherever you're listening. And while you're at it, please rate us there. We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.